Congressman Lance Gooden, Republican, Texas, joins me now. Congressman, let's talk immigration, talk the border. There is a massive new wave coming. May I offer my personal opinion? I think the flow is increasing because Biden looks weak and Trump looks strong. They want to get in before anyone changes the open border policy. You with me on this, sir?
I'm with you, and I agree totally.
You've got to expand on it, please. You can't just do three-word answers in an interview. I mean, you're leaving me high and dry here, Congressman.
Well,
you can't do that.
Like so often, I don't know if you're done yet, so I'll assume now you are.
Well, that was a slam.
We're friends. I agree. You know, the reason these caravans, these trains of immigrants are coming is because the message is out that the border's open. The message got out as soon as Joe Biden took office. It's only gotten worse, and I do think there is this push to get across as many as they can in the event that what you and I hope that there is a change in power and that Donald Trump is president, and we go back to those days where there was some security at the border, where there was this respect and this thought that if you get to the border, you're not going to just automatically walk in.
But
and that's the case now.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what are we going to do about it now? There won't be a change of policy until after the 24 election, presumably. And that's
well, I'm glad you
away.
mentioned that, because here at the Capitol, we are facing a government shutdown, and Democrats want a continuing resolution that just goes into perpetuity, funding Nancy Pelosi's bill that you and I were against last Christmas, but that the Senate pushed through and joined hands with Nancy Pelosi to get through. That bill expires in a week and a half, and where we are right now on the Republican side in the House is we are talking about a very short-term continuing resolution for a few weeks while we get to the point, but only if the border is secure. We're not in agreement on it. We're working on that in these next few days, but we control so little in this town. The one lever we have is the power of the purse, and if that's what it takes to shut down the border, or at least control the border, then that's what we need to do.
The word is that there are significant numbers of conservatives, House Republicans, who will vote no on the vote on Thursday. The likelihood of a government shutdown is very strong. I would ask you, where's the win for Republicans if the government is shut down and you've got chaos?
Well, first of all, I believe we already have chaos. And my constituents are calling in saying if the government's job is to secure our nation, whether it is with our military or at the border, and they're not securing our nation, then what difference are we going to see if the government shuts down? And that's why this argument that we'll have this sudden amount of chaos if the government shuts down really just doesn't excite me or my constituents, because in our mind, the government has already shut down at the border. And so what this continuing resolution, I think, will end up having is an agreement with all sides. You're correct. The votes are not there to pass it as it stands today. And I feel the same way, but I believe after the meeting that I was just in earlier this morning that over the course of the next 48 hours, we will perfect that and get to a point where we are in a position to say to the American people that we are for securing this border, and we're even willing to give you a few more weeks of this budget while we really come to an agreement on appropriations with the Senate.
You think you can get the Freedom Caucus in line? At some point.
I don't think, first of all, I don't think anyone's out of line. I think there's just some disagreement. But the head of the Freedom Caucus, Scott Perry, is in agreement that we will not win with nothing. And so we've got to have something. And fortunately, the something that we have all rallied behind in our caucus is securing the border. I think that's a winner with the American people. I dare the Senate, I dare Democrats, I dare President Biden to say, no, I'm not going to keep the government open because Republicans also want to fund the border while they do it. That is a losing argument for Democrats.
Congressman Lance Gooden, thank you very much for joining us, sir.